Good morning. Today we're going to talk about professional development and how to enter that into EduGents and get information back out of EduGents in analytical reports. A district designee may create professional development courses, designate locations, and choose required resources in EduGents. The hierarchy, as you can see in this graphic, starts with a specialization. A specialization is a very broad topic. One needs to think about how these are going to be entered, and as I said, it needs to be entered probably by a district person because these are scopes of learning, and so they're very large, broad topics. And so it sort of needs to be defined by the district when you're talking about a specialization. This could be beginning of the year learning, beginning of the year requirements by the district. It might be secondary math or social studies. A specialization is a very broad, generalized topic. Under specializations are specific courses that are designed to fall under that specialization and are much more defined. For example, secondary math, a course under that might be algebraic terms, engaging students in learning, or any specific topics under that specialization. Under courses are sessions. These are simply the defined times of when these sessions are going to happen and when learners can enroll in those particular courses. Analytics and other reports will be talked about in later modules. So for today, we're simply talking about how to start with specializations, then courses, and then sessions. So let's get right to it. Once you've logged in, go to the Applications menu, look at the drop-down menu, and go to Professional Development. The left-hand side will show information about the user or the person who has been logged in. You can see I'm logged in as a super user. My email address will be here, as well as my staff ID. My district name will be here as well. You can see if this particular user, and of course coordinators are also going to be enrolled in courses. You can see that if they already have credits, that means they've completed that course, or if they have flex credits, or if they are enrolled in courses, there will be these little thumb icons. You can see this particular person is enrolled in these two courses, thus denoted by these two little thumbs. There will be events and certifications upon completion of these courses. But for today, again, as I said earlier, we're simply going to learn how to create these specializations, courses, and sessions. So in order to do that, we're going to go down to the Browse menu. These specializations have already been created for point of demonstration. We will refer back to these for points so you can see how it will look once these areas have been created. So to add a new specialization, I'm simply going to go to the blue icon up here, click on Add, and now you can see a new specialization will be created. You will have a title, a short title if you choose to, and tags. These tags will enable the learners later on to search for specific specializations, such as secondary math. You can choose a file for an image if you want to. If you don't, then you simply check No File Chosen. This would be just a visual representation of what the course is going to be about. Earlier you saw a chalkboard, for instance. You can look for these on the web, or you might have a picture yourself that you would like to use, and you can choose that file and insert that. You can choose a short description, and then down here define that description of what this specialization is going to be. At any point in time, you can use the toolbar to enter more information that you want, such as you can make your font bold or underline it. You can insert a hyperlink. Any of these tools are available to you at that point in time. Once you have created your specialization, you want to save that. You can save it by this green bar down here, or you can save it by the green icon menu at the top of the page. Now I want to go back so you can see what that looks like once that specialization was created. As I said, this has already been created, but I want to show you an instance. So the chalkboard was just simply a graphic that was on the web. And then you can see what was entered in this. I'm going to look at the edit, which you could also choose to do in your specialization at any point in time. I just simply want you to see what was entered on that. So you can see there was secondary math, short title 9 through 12 math, so that would indicate what teachers or learners might want to enroll for that class. I chose this file. Then down in the description, so that the learner would know what's going to be taught. In that specialization, I entered the following information. You can go back here, or you can also add documents. You can simply delete it, or you can save it. All of these are large areas of specializations. Once I have a specialization, I need to create a course. This will enable teachers to register for specific courses within these large specializations. In order to do that, I want to go down to the specialization and I'm going to choose Edugents. And now I can either edit that specialization or I can create a new course. You can see there has already been one created, but I want to create another one. So I want to click on the blue icon to add a new course. You'll want to type in a course title. In this case, I'm just going to type in Open Lab. You'll want to type in a short title. I'll just say Lab. You can say this is a district level course and everybody would be able to register for it, or you can designate a specific campus. You can designate a course code. You can see in the drop-down menu the credit type, so you can see these are the different types that are available. I'm going to put Administrator, Assistant Principals Recommended. I can determine how much credit a person will receive for this. I'm going to say 1. I can enter tags. This will again give me availability for a search. I can decide if this is an external course and link it to a valid URL. I can again choose a picture or a file so that this would be visible to the people registering for it. And now I want to type a description. I'm going to put in technology, learning Edugent skills, and leave it at that. If there are specific requirements for this course, I would type those in here. And now at the bottom are alignments and measures. These are the things that will go on the analytics as I choose these. You can see the different dimensions that have already been defined. I can choose any one of these. I'm going to choose communication. You can see how it populates on this side. You can choose any of these available drop-down menus. You could choose measures. I might want this for part of my observations. I can choose what I want for success criteria. I chose distinguish. That will give me percentages in the analytics. And again, any of these are available for you to choose. So once I've finished filling in all of the information, I'll want to click on the Save button. If there are any errors, these will appear in the drop-down message. That one said select a credit type, so I've got to do that. So I'm going to click on this one, and now I'm going to save. Once I've clicked Save, the course has been saved. It said then be sure to submit. When you click Submit, this will allow teachers to register for the course. The course has been submitted. I can also go back, I can add attachments, I can delete the course. So we now know how to create a specialization and a course. Now we need to create sessions so that teachers or others can enroll in those sessions. A session provides dates and times, locations where teachers can go to attend the professional development. So we can click on our course. I can add sessions by clicking on the blue plus icon. I can also see past sessions that have been offered. I can see upcoming sessions. I'm going to click on the blue plus in order to create a new session. This sets up times and days where teachers can attend the professional development. So you will want to enter a session name. I'm going to put in Open Lab 2. You can enter tags for teachers to search, enter as many words as you want. So I could enter math, I could enter secondary math, or anything that would give a tag that a teacher could search on. I want to insert instruction type. I can do face-to-face, online, blended course, which would be a combination of any of these. So I'm going to choose face-to-face. And then I also want to choose a survey template. I'm going to choose face-to-face for that one as well. A new area has been added, which is a budget code. So if there is a code linked to this particular session, you will want to enter that budget code so teachers will have access for reimbursement. So I'm just going to put in 123. If there is a guest presenter, you'll want to check this box and enter the guest presenter's name as well as the email. If it is not a guest presenter, you can search for an instructor. You will want to enter a date when you want this session posted. The default right now is the day that you're building the course, but you can change that, and that will be the day that teachers can see this in order to register for the course. You'll want to put in a start date. Now note, this says the PD transition date is August the 4th. Please make sure the session doesn't span over 2 PD years. So in other words, if your course was going to go from the August 2nd to August 5th, that would be over 2 professional development years. In that case, you would need to set up 2 different sessions. It would need to be before August 4th or after August 4th. So you'll want to enter a date of the start, you'll want to enter an end date, a start time, and an end time. If this is going to require approval by a principal or someone else, be sure to slide this box. And about the classroom, so that when I pick my location, it will fit my parameters. So I've entered 20 for my capacity. I've selected Wi-Fi enabled, and so when I go to choose my room on the location, I know that the rooms will fit my parameters. This will have been predetermined in an earlier setting. So in this case, this room fits my parameters, so I'm going to choose the room warrior. Down at the bottom, you'll want to type in topics of discussion. If you want to embed a URL, you can go to this link, have your page ready, or have already copied what you want to link. So I'm going to copy this URL. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to click on the little paper clip and paste that. Now I want to go to Target, and I can set that up in any one of these ways, such as a pop-up window, new window. I can go back to link information. I can say what to display, and then just say OK. And you can see it will go there, and then teachers will be able to link that. If I want a video and embed that URL, I can go to Insert Media Embed. I have a copy of that and paste that and say OK. And then you can see the movie that's going to be embedded, so teachers will be able to access that as well. When I finish filling in all the information, I want to go to the top icon and click on Save. You'll notice if there are any errors, you'll receive a drop-down message. Correct those, and then click Save. I can now go back to my course and see my session. It's an upcoming session. I can hover over the bar and see how many students are allowed in the class. So there are 20. I can see the dates, the time, the credits that are available. I can also make some edits at this point in time. I can add topics of discussion. I can edit the session. I can email people that should be attending the session, and I can go to the class. Once this is all complete, teachers can now enroll for professional development. This completes how you start a professional development specialization course and session. Thank you for your time.